Okay, so this year I was blessed with the opportunity for being on site and helping out at the DEFCON convention. Me and my homies were doing like all the audio equipment. We're setting up the main room with a PA, doing breakout rooms and setting up different monitors and sound systems in different conference rooms. And then at the end, there's actually a really cool party. Before we get into like this whole DEFCON thing and what DEFCON is about, I want to give a quick shout out real quick to Security Weekly for hooking me up with this super dope shirt. It says hack naked. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's super sick. So shout out to them. I just went up to their booth and I really like their shirt. I was like, hey, let's do some cross promotion. Like, if you want to hook me up with a shirt, I'll shout you out in my vlog. And they're like, hell yeah. So shout out to them. If you guys don't know who they are, go check them out. I think they said they're from Denver. But aside from that, let's get straight into it. So what is DEFCON? DEFCON is a hackers convention. That's what people think of it as, but it's more to it than that. So DEFCON is a firewall prevention convention. A lot of people fly in from all over the states, all over the country, and there's this cool map that I found that shows like where a lot of the people that came to the conference are from. And they come here and they have all these different conferences and meetings about like new technology that's coming into play, or how to prevent people from hacking into your systems, or if they're a bunch of like tech guys, how can you get into systems where like that are really hard to get into. So it's a lot to it, and I'm probably being very vague for what the actual convention is. So if it sounds intriguing to you, I highly suggest going online, checking it out, go on their Twitter, see what they're all about, because it's actually a really big benefit. Like, they're there to like help people from getting hacked, even though there's a lot of tech guys and like bad guys that go there to just like figure out new systems or just to go there and hack other people. So like I said, they refer to them as villages. There's different villages, and the open sea is like basically a big room where like you consent. As soon as you step into that room, it's open playground. So you consent to like people breaking into your stuff, or you can break into other people's stuff as well. And that's what's really cool. So it's like an open free playground. In there, like there's tons of people on their computer, on their laptop, just like coding and trying to break into everybody's stuff. And like, it was super cool. However, if I got that very wrong, please correct me down in the comments. I'm just saying like what I perceived. And also a really cool thing about DEFCON is that like there's DJs in different rooms, and like in the main room there's DJs, and like they have a party all night, and then there's more parties throughout all the other hotels as well, because for this year 2019 they took over like Paris and Bally's. There's different rooms everywhere, and then at night like it's a bunch of fucking nerdy ass intelligent tech people that just party and turn up. And dude, nobody knows how to party like fucking nerds, I'll tell you that right now. Like, and a lot of these people are super cool too. Most of them are really introvert because they're like super smart and they just like do computer stuff all day. But once you kind of like get talking to these people, they're really cool. They're really cool people to hang out with. The Wall of Sheep was a really cool like board projection thing that basically shows everybody that's being hacked that walks into that room, and they have like their information up on the board, and like they'll have like their email or like their first and last name with like a few letters cut out, and like their address and phone number and all that. And it's funny too because like they call it the Wall of Sheep, but the reason for that whole thing is so that you can go in there and find out how vulnerable your tech situation is, like how vulnerable your phone is or your laptop or whatever it is. And that's why they're calling out all these people. So if you walk by and you see your name on the board, you can kind of like go up to the people who run that little station, and they'll inform you why your name is on that board. They'll be like, oh, well, we broke into your firewall or your database by doing this, or your email was not secure enough. So it's really cool. So it helps you educate yourself about how vulnerable you are in like the whole tech industry, because the thing is that technology is evolving like way faster than ethics can keep up with. So it's like it's a huge problem. And then like there is another map too that basically they're monitoring people that were hacking inside of the hotel, which is super sick. So like they basically pretty much got into the database for the hotel, I'm assuming through consent, but they showed like their whole code and their whole database, and then like it was monitoring how many hits or how many hacks have been hit like into that database for the whole day. So that's super cool too. So they're just showing like how vulnerable everything is. It's just so cool to like see the whole tech side of thing and like how people can actually monitor what's going on and what people are doing. And another cool thing is that the FBI is like there every year walking around offering people jobs. They have this conference meeting too in like the main room, and they're basically like, hey guys, instead of you guys hacking and doing all this illegally, why don't you guys just come work for us kind of thing, and we'll pay you X amount. But like in all actuality, it's hard to persuade hackers that are that smart, because they can just rob a bank in like 15, 10, 5 minutes and then come out with like 30 grand and not be traced at all. Once you get to that level of like being so intelligent and knowing how to break through walls, like who's going to persuade you? I mean, like, yeah, you can do it legally and go work for the feds, but at the same time, like, you're not going to make the same amount of money. The car hacking village was really cool too. Basically, like, they have a few cars out there and they're showing, like, there's people there hacking into these like brand new cars. Like, they have their computer set up, they're wired into the system, and they're just like breaking firewalls and just like accessing the car and all of its information and turning it on, turning it off. It's like crazy cool. And then one of the guys there, he was telling me a story about how he broke into like a brand new like 2018 Camry off of his cell phone. Like, it's fucking insane. And people reassure me too that any wall can be broken. It's going to take you a lot of time, but there's always a way over or around or under a wall. That's insane. So my hat goes off to like all the hackers out there that are really like neck deep in like this whole tech industry, and they're like learning this and that. At the end of the day, these hackers, these really smart, sophisticated introverts are going to be the people that like build and secure our industry and like provide new ways for us to stay safe within like our phones, our emails, our technology, cell phones, whatever it is. Throughout the weekend, there's like I said, there's different conferences, there's just different talks about different things in different rooms, and it just goes so deep into like everything we don't know about. So it's really cool to be there. It's a really cool experience. If you guys are like into the whole tech side, dude, next year I highly advise going to DEFCON, checking it out, or just going on their Twitter and following them too. Yeah, check them out if you guys haven't, if you guys don't know what it is. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next vlog. Peace, peace, peace.